Hi, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Kit.
Welcome to Starry Time, where stars plus lines.
Eco Stories.
In this week's episode, we'll be getting silly and exploring the pop culture of the constellation Leo Minor.
In this episode, we share our favorite and least favorite occurrences of this month's constellation in pop culture.
And we have a pretty broad definition.
And then we'll end by taking over the brand to wish upon a star for what we wish existed.
So this month is a little tricky. We already did Leo, the constellation in pop culture. So this time we decided to focus on the pop culture of fictional lions or lion mascots. So we'll share our favorites and least favorites.
And then we'll conclude with our wished for uses for the Leo brand and or a proposal for a new fictional lion or lion mascot.
All right, Kit, let's start off with our favorites. I don't mind kicking it off.
All right, I'm ready.
Kit, mine is a beloved character, both a mascot and a lion. My absolute favorite depiction is going to be the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz.
Interesting.
The Cowardly Lion teaches us he feels afraid, but when his friends need him the most, he puts himself in danger, showing that being hard on yourself can sometimes be your worst enemy. I have a few other favorites, but I'll ask your favorite first before I get into those.
So I have a reaction first. So I like the message of the Cowardly Lion, but the Cowardly Lion costuming in the Wizard of Oz film is really hard to look at. Like it's just sort of hard. Like it's
Let's break that down. Not that I disagree. I
right.
also let's see if we have the same things in common. Because yes, I do like the moral. You
Uh-huh.
are pointing out something that is a large deterrent, which of course is the aesthetic quality of this
Yeah.
mascot costume. He looks kind of like saggedy. Is that a word?
I've never heard the word saggedy, but
He's
yes,
like raggedy, but also sagging.
saggy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love his bow. Like I love the red bow, but like the jowls and the whole face really is a challenge.
Well, that's what's so great about this podcast. And this one, I had similar feelings. And yet, the
Mm,
moral, the message, I think was so important that I'm going to stick with my choice here. Would it be great if we had a new Wizard of Oz? Would that be my
mm,
reboot with a less decrepit, deteriorating looking lion that was
mm.
perhaps less pathetic and alarmingly run down? Yeah, I would like that. But right now, I only have the one cowardly lion that we all know and reluctantly maybe love, maybe don't.
So my favorite is another fictional lion who is not cowardly, and that is Nala from Lion King. My number one choice, Nala from Lion King. She just rocks, she's sassy, she like is brave, she puts Simba in his place, and I love that for her.
One of my second favorites was also a lion from The Lion King. However, I decided to go with Scar.
It's interesting that you bring up Scar because another one of my favorites in a sort of similar vein is Prince John, the lion from the 1973 animated Robin Hood. I like how his crown looks on his head. I like his energy. I just had one other sort of shout out here, which was Mayor Lionheart, voiced by J.K. Simmons from Zootopia. J.K. Simmons, very prolific actor, voice actor, famously plays the world's best dad in Legend of Korra. So, yeah, shout out to Mayor Lionheart from Zootopia.
So we've gone over our favorites, but now
Mhm.
let's get into our least favorite. Do you mind starting us off this time?
Sure. I had a few different ones to choose from, and this one I think really requires a photograph. So I'm gonna
Mhm.
send this to you. because in and of itself, I like the premise of this. This is a mascot, a lion mascot for Columbia University. It is called
Oh, yes. Rory.
Rory, which, listen, love the name, but this,
Oh,
they need a new head for this mascot, is what they need.
thank you for sending me the picture. And I know, of course, that you will share that with our listeners. But did you see the mascot they had before this one?
Sure
Yes,
did.
yes, yes. Yes, sure did. To me, yes, this is more alarming than even the cowardly lion.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the current mascot looks like it was a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy of a lion's face.
110%. It's like a bad taxidermy. This depiction from like ancient Mesopotamia of like a
Mm.
statue of a lion, and you're like,
Mhm.
oh, this is so pathetic. It was made, 3,000 years ago. And then you look at it and you're like, have we really come that much further? Because like
Mm.
ours maybe are three-dimensional now, but I'm not
Mm.
sure they are better. So, first
Right.
of all, let me share with you and our audience my picture of Rory that which I found very alarming.
Well, I'm gonna download that. I will make sure to put it onto the Storytime socials at Storytime Pod on the Universityn server of Mastodon. So if you're listening to this and you're like, "Gosh, why aren't there visuals?" Well, they're up there for you on our socials.
So, Kit, that was definitely one of my least favorites, but it
Hmm.
wasn't my number one least favorite.
Where did you go?
I am going with Darren the Dare Lion
Mm.
from the drug anti-drug campaign of
Oh
the 90s.
yeah!
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot all about this guy. Well, first of all, I noticed that the mascot for the Dare Lion is somehow like worlds better. Like worlds better than Rory the Lion from Colombia somehow. So that's something to think about. I had a couple of other least favorites. One of them was Snagglepuss from the Yogi Bear show.
Yeah, forgot about that.
Pink. I'm not opposed to the color pink, but it's like it makes it confusing as to know what animal Snagglepuss is, and I
Hmm.
don't like saying the name. So don't didn't care for that. Not like, I don't hate Snagglepuss, but not my favorite. And then did you see about this like Dutch stop motion Loeki de Leeuw? I don't know how to say it, but this is what it looks like. It looks like its body is so small and its head is so big, and it's
Whoa. Yeah, okay.
I can appreciate, it's like in the Wallace and Gromit sort of family of animation, which I appreciate as, time consuming and an art form, but this lion really just looks more like Ratatouille to me than anything else. So, not my favorite depiction of a lion. Doesn't have the majesty that I expect to see in my depictions of lions.
No, if you hadn't told me it was a lion, I'm not sure that would have been one of like my first 5 to 10 guesses.
I do want to also shout out before we move to our wished for that I asked Bop who
Hmm.
his favorite fictional lion was, and then he paused for a while. And I was expecting, some of these ones that we've talked about before. I was actually really expecting Prince John from the Robin Hood movie. It's one of his favorite
Hmm.
Disney movies, but instead, he gave me the Lion of Judah. So.
I was on my list. All right, Kit, we've gone over our favorites and our least favorites. Now let's wish upon a star for a pop culture line that doesn't exist yet, but we wish did.
I split this task up in my mind into two. So one was what would I do with the Leo Minor brand? And then
Hmm.
two, what new mascot would I want to create? So,
Great.
the brand that I came up with is I would like a Leo minor emo band.
Excellent.
Think that would be good. Leo often has, very strong energy. It's like upbeat, outgoing, et cetera, associated with the zodiac sign. So I like the idea of an emo band, but they call themselves Leo Minor. So that is how I would use the brand. And my mascot suggestion is that I would like them to create mini frosted flakes and make the mascot a little lion. So, have Tony the tiger, you'll have like Larry the little lion. There'll be tiny mini frosted flakes, and that's what I want.
Both of these, love them.
Where did you go with this one? What are you wishing for the Leo minor?
Well, Kit, I guess I wasn't as creative as yours because I was just wishing for something that kind of already exists as some other things. So this will make more sense later. But what I wish for existed with Leo Minor is the reboot of the character Lion-O and the rest of the Thundercats.
Wow.
This is something that I grew up with. Lion-O was, of course, the leader
Hmm.
of this group of alien space cats that landed on Earth and fought an evil Egyptian undead god named Mumra. I think it would make a lot of millennial kids very happy to see some of their old friends, Chitara and
Mm.
Panthro and Snarf.
Yeah, it is kind of surprising that they haven't brought it back. Thundercats very popular, like animated TV show.
Well, Kit, it's only a matter of time before one of our wishes comes true.
This has been Kit,
And Jordan.
sisters who love stars and stories
And we'll see you next time.
on Story Time.